Hey everyone, what's going on? It's the one true Sir Salty here. Now, I've been dabbling with the Endless Dungeon since its release last week, so I wanted to share some of these tips with everyone who might be struggling or, is new to this type of game. So here is 10 tips and tricks for Endless Dungeon. Let's start off with number 1 with trying all heroes. May seem pretty obvious, but getting a feel for every hero helps a lot. The starting 3 characters give you pretty good diversity since they all can do decent damage. But they also have potential for pretty neat builds, like Bunker being a thorn tank, or Sweeper being a turret god. You'll start to unlock characters pretty fast as you go through different districts, so just give them a try and have some fun with them, and find the ones that you like the best. Number 2, resource balancing. Not an overly fun one, and it's fairly straightforward, but a healthy balance of resources leads to longer runs, especially on the harder difficulties. My simple strat is either you go with food or industry first, and prioritizing them, and only get science if you're really desperate for some research, but you still get enough science here and there that it usually is kind of fine. Hero upgrades are of the utmost importance in this game, and they require a lot of food later down the road, somewhere upwards of 100 food per upgrade, as well as industry being a lifeline, as if you don't have turrets you're not going to have a strong defense, so it just makes sense. Okay. Number 3, finding the right weapons. Now, finding them is easier said than done, but how useful they are is up to you. I will definitely say that the better ranged options, such as like the hunting rifle or miniguns, work the best, as a lot of the more closer range weapons like some heavies or some certain pistols require you to be a little more close range, and that could put you in a very dangerous spot really quickly. It often isn't worth the risk, but if you want to dabble with that, then go right ahead. It's up to you. Number 4, know your enemies. Enemies all have different abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. Oh no! You can go over to their spawn and double check what exactly they are, but also if you notice that the spawn has a color on it, which indicates its elemental weakness to that specific enemy. Such as a blue indicator will spawn bots, which, yep, they're weak against lightning. And the abilities are quite varied, such as blobs that have shield guys in front of them, and they have enemies that charge you, or some bug type enemies that spawn spiders and they will web you, so you have to kind of shove to get out of them. So just know what you're dealing with and plan accordingly. Number 5, plan your exploration. While opening doors willy-nilly may seem fun, you might have just left a few spawns directly near your crystal bot or in its path that he needs to walk. So maybe plan a little bit of how you open things. You can always leave some doors closed to help maze enemies, forcing them to take different and longer paths. Number 6, diversity. Man, we're just flying through these. It is fairly crucial to cover every type of element in a run, making sure to research at least one of each type of turret, or having weapons that complement what you don't have is very necessary. Also, buff turrets are just such a delight, especially on bosses like Bug Mama, where DPS turrets kind of act a little finicky trying to actually being able to do damage to her. Also, it might make waves harder, but you can research during waves, and that will circumvent you having to do another wave and another wave to get your research done. So there's that.
I have fire and lightning.
Tip. Spreading out your upgrades or go all in. I definitely say this is a more solo game preference, as when you play in co-op, you're going to be spending levels evenly and kind of making sure no one is left behind, which is fair. In solo, do whatever you want. I did a run where I only leveled Zed, and it was a blast. She had over 200% bonus damage. I think almost close to 300. Just good times were had. Number 8, learn from your mistakes. It's a simple yet effective life lesson. Like, were you running low on resources because you ended up skipping a bunch of doors? Or did your pal leave you bloody and dying along the way? Whatever it was, learn from it and grow. Be the fucking best you can be. And never give up. Number 9. Focus on hero unlocks and quests. A lot of the major power gains in this game come from doing hero quests and getting better chip slots for your hero passive stats. Crush those quests as often as you can, and you can bring out your hero's true potential. And last but not least, number 10. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. Oh yes, one of my classic phrases. Basically, don't be chintzy when it comes to spending your industry. Towers are super helpful. And if you die when you could have just spent a little on towers, well, I don't want to say I told you so, but I kind of want to say it. So don't lose it and use it. So those are my 10 crucial tips to help you succeed in the Endless Dungeon. If you think you've also got a sweet tip, then let me know down below in the comment section. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps me out a lot. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.